The journey to Devachan. Devachan is a state of bliss, and the overwhelming majority of us go there after physical death. It's a state of bliss and a great place to, a great state to be. It's not actually a place, a great state to be in. And it would be great if you just went straight there after physical death. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as that. You don't go straight there. You go through a process or a phase known as karma loka, or the spirit realm. And during this process, during the journey through karma loka, you lose your emotional and lower mental principles. Effectively, you lose your earthly personality. And Theosophists will know this. There is absolutely no advantage in resisting this process and slowing it down. There's absolutely no advantage. In my view, it is possible to slow it down, and that puts you in a sort of state of limbo, really, that you're resisting the natural order of things, the process of the second death, in which the personality is lost and the higher principles plus an essence of the life lived and the higher mind principle are taken into Devachan, also with memory, because you, and an essence of the personality, because you will meet your loved ones in Devachan, and so in order to appreciate that, an essence of the form of personality and memory will need to be there. Anyway, Theosophists will know there's no point in resisting the process, but there are two ways in which you can, two ways which slow down the journey to Devachan through karma loka. First one is excessive grief by those left behind. Unfortunately, you don't always have a lot of control over that. I think all religions have some form of prayers for the dead to help the immortal part of man on its way through the after-death states. And most religions have some way of dealing with the grief. I would not recommend doing what Wally Cox did in 1973. Now, Wally Cox is better known as Hiram Holiday. Older viewers of this will remember Hiram Holiday. Anyway, he had no funeral at his own request. He's cremated privately, and his ashes were scattered in an unspecified location. In my view, that took out the funeral. The funeral is a way of dealing with grief, helps people to deal with grief, and I wonder really what the effect of that was on his friends and relatives. So there's dealing with grief, and it's something to think about with those that have died, that it's as well to deal with grief and accept that a person has moved on. Theosophy makes that easier because we do have an understanding of the cycle of death and rebirth and the after-death states. The other thing that can slow you down, and Theosophists generally will be aware of this, is the strength of earthly attachments. And the more intense the strength, the more difficult it is to let go. And these can be attachments to wealth, possessions, status, or a personal obsession, especially if that personal obsession is part of the former personality. And understanding the after-death states and the natural process of the cycle of death and rebirth, in my view, studying it during earth life makes it easier after death to deal with the journey through karma loka and the dissolving away of the earthly personality and the attachments to physical earth life. And in a way, studying Theosophy is a preparation for that, because it does make it a lot easier to let go. Anyway, there it is, the journey to Devachan. You have the information, and I'm sure you will benefit from having the information of Karmaloka and Devachan, and the process through which we will all travel after physical death.